Today, I am reviewing the Dell 24-inch touchscreen all-in-one desktop. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. I have been using this Dell 24-inch all-in-one for the past 3 weeks as my primary office machine, and I have some very specific thoughts on whether this is actually the right move for your workspace. If you are looking for a clean, minimalist setup, you have probably already seen the links below the video where you can check the current pricing and specs, but before you pull the trigger, you need to hear about how this thing actually performs in the real world. The first thing you notice when you pull this out of the box is how much desk space you suddenly get back. The design is incredibly sleek, and the integrated cable management isn't just marketing fluff. It actually keeps the back of your desk looking professional. However, the biggest surprise for me was the display. Most all-in-ones at this price point settle for a standard 60Hz panel, but Dell went with a 100Hz refresh rate here. When you are scrolling through long documents or just navigating windows, that extra smoothness is genuinely noticeable. The color accuracy is solid enough for light photo editing, and the touch response is snappy, though I found myself rarely using the touch feature because of the screen angle. If you like to stand and interact with your screen, it works, but for most of us, it is just a nice-to-have feature that you might forget is even there. Let's talk about the internals because this is where the Intel Ultra 7 chip comes into play. I put this machine through a gauntlet of my usual heavy multitasking, keeping about 30 browser tabs open, 2 instances of Excel, and a video call running simultaneously. It handled everything without a stutter. The dedicated NPU for AI tasks is interesting, though currently limited. I tested the background blur and noise suppression features in meetings, and they work flawlessly, taking the load off the main processor. If you spend your entire day on Zoom or Teams, that is a genuine quality of life improvement. The 32GB of RAM is the real star of the show here. If you're the type of person who never closes an app, this machine will keep up with you for years to come. However, it is not a perfect machine. While the performance is excellent for productivity, do not buy this expecting a gaming rig. The integrated graphics are fine for light duty, but if you are trying to push modern titles, you'll be disappointed. Also, the speakers are acceptable for voice calls and background music, but they lack the depth you would want for a dedicated media experience. If you value high-fidelity audio, you're going to want to invest in a pair of external desktop speakers, which you can find through the links below the video if you want to see what pairs well with this specific chassis. Another point of contention is the upgradability. Like most all-in-ones, you are essentially locked into what you buy. You get that 1TB SSD and the 32GB of RAM, and that is what you are stuck with for the life of the machine. For most office users, that is perfectly fine, but if you're a power user who likes to tinker or swap out components, this is not the PC for you. I also found the included wireless keyboard and mouse to be very basic. They get the job done, but they feel a bit cheap compared to the premium build quality of the monitor itself. You will probably want to swap those out for a mechanical keyboard or a more ergonomic mouse within the first month. The privacy features are a nice touch, specifically the pop-up 5MP infrared camera. It feels secure, and the login speed using Windows Hello is near instant. It is a small detail, but it makes the morning login process feel much more seamless. The connectivity options are also quite generous. Having both HDMI in and HDMI out is a major win for me. I was able to plug my work laptop into this screen and use the Dell as a secondary monitor, which really boosted my workflow. If you're someone who switches between a work-issued laptop and a personal desktop, this feature alone might make this the best choice for your home office. So, who is this actually for? If you are a professional, a student, or someone who runs a small business and wants a clean, reliable, and powerful machine that doesn't clutter your desk with towers and cables, this is a fantastic choice. The 100Hz display and the 32GB of RAM make it feel much faster than your average office computer. But if you're a gamer, a professional video editor working with massive 4K files, or someone who demands modularity and the ability to upgrade your hardware over time, you should skip this and look into a traditional desktop tower build. Overall, I think Dell has hit a sweet spot for the target demographic. It is not an inexpensive machine, but you are paying for the convenience of an integrated, high-performance package. If you're curious about the current deals or want to see the full list of ports and connectivity options, feel free to check the links below the video. Just be honest with yourself about whether you need the compact form factor because that is really what you are paying for here. It is a powerful, reliable, and exceptionally clean machine that has earned its spot on my desk, even if I still plan on replacing that bundled mouse immediately.